function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence. Celebrate in private. People love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice and cooperate with them. 10, you're truly at peace with yourself when you mind your own business.
Yes, sir. We in the building, baby. Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. Shout out to the Adams and good evening to the Eves, man. This is the Blac Pill podcast, Ninja. Now, I don't know what happened this week. This week was a dud, okay? This week was a dud. We came late every day this day of the week. I don't know why. I mean, I had a lot of stuff on my plate. I had to upgrade. So basically, I had to upgrade my phones. Like I told y'all, the Blac Pill podcast phone, the hotline. Shout out to the Blac Pill hotline and shout out to our supporters. You feel me? Shout out to our supporters. Hey, man, today's show, quick show. Tory Lanez breaks silence on his first on-camera interview since the Megan Thee Stallion shooting conviction. Yes, sir. And today we're going to do it different, man. So for those of you who don't know, shout out to everybody that's new here. Let me pull myself up. I know my stream just look messed up. All right. But it's okay. All right. We're going to keep pushing and persevering for success. And what happened was, basically, hold on, let me pull up my advertisements. Basically, I got a new phone, guys. And because I got the new phone, right now my stream's a little off because I just found out right when I was about to stream that the program that I use is only compatible up to the iPhone 16, and after that the rest of the phones are uncompatible. Come on, bruh. Right when I was about to start, I'm like, bro, what's wrong with this thing? And then I look it up, like I said. So, I mean, we just gonna get right with it, man. Let's just jump into the show, main event time. Let me pull myself up where we at. Let us know what you think in the comment section, people. Well, before we get there, see, look at why it look like this, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Hold on, let me move this over. Shout out to Instagram. Like I said, we gonna figure it out, man. Shout out to our supporters. But we have Ty Lil. Shout out to Ty Lil. Ty Lil, pull up to the club. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm doing too many things at once, and I'm too old for that now. Let me see. All right, we got Ty Lil saying Jordan Paul tried to extort him for $2,000 and went on the internet with false allegations. We have to hear this before we hear the main event. Let's get into it. Y'all answer the poll in the chat. We streaming on 6 platforms. Let us know what it is. Here we go. Hold up.
After she sent the upside down smiling face, she sent the Zelle request. Let me show y'all. Follow me, chat. Are y'all following the timeline? Because I'm only going to come up here one time and say this. Jordan, all of these messages came on December 7th. All of these messages is at December 7th. The Zelle request is at December 8th.
Shout out to my dad. That's his birthday.
Smiley face. She sent this smiley face, right? Boom. Then she sends the Zelle request at 12:19 p.m. After she sends the Zelle request, she realized I was not paying it. Once Jordan realized I was not paying it, Jordan sent me this. You see this meme right here? Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. Let me make it bigger for y'all since y'all can't read. Boom. Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. What?
Yeah. Yeah, gentlemen, it's like that out here in these streets. Yeah. And she warned you before we get to the main event. Shout out to Susan. Susan said when 50 come out with a Jay-Z, she meant Jay-Z documentary, Tory Lanez will be set free. Shout out to Tory. We about to get into the main event right now. Like I said, my bad for my camera, y'all. But yeah, shout out to Ty Lil. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, things were going on with Ty Lil. He was being accused of sexually, we say it like that because of YouTube, assaulting somebody. And the person or the somebody is Jordan Pauline. Here we go. And the crazy thing about it is, real quick, my bad, bro, she came on here crying and all. And yeah, gentlemen, you got to be careful the company you keep. With enemies like these, who needs friends? Here we go.
So once Jordan realized, smiling face.
Hold up.
I was not paying her $2,000. She sends me this. Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am.
Yeah. I'm of the opinion he should have just paid the $2,000. All right, he should have just paid $2,000. Because if he paid the $2,000, it wouldn't even be tied to his name. And gentlemen, we got to understand, man, we all pay when it comes to these girls. That's why I'm very, very careful about who I fornicate with, because I ain't trying to do all that. I ain't talking like I got it. I ain't really got it. Here we go.
And guess what she did? She showed me who she really was and showed you who she really was. Came to the internet with false allegations, lied on my name.
Yep. It's like that, gang.
Lied on my name.
It's like that, famo.
I was not paying.
Yeah, it's like that out here in these streets, man. Cold game, people. It's a cold game, people. All right, main event time. Y'all know what it is, man. Hit the like button. So Tory Lanez first on stream, on camera interview since Megan Thee Stallion shooting. You have officially seen this here first on the Blac Pill podcast, okay? I wasn't going to stream today, but it popped up on the net, so I felt like I needed to discuss. So let's discuss. So we have Tory Lanez officially. Hold on, let me move this over so everybody can see. Let me move it over. 1 second, guys. Bear with me. Where is Instagram? I want you guys to see this. Instagram. Let me move it over. All right, so we have Tory Lanez first on-camera interview since Megan Thee Stallion's shooting conviction. So Tory Lanez is officially breaking his silence on his first on-camera broadcast interview since being convicted and sentenced to 10 years in the July 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all hit the like button and answer the poll in the chat. In the case, Lanez was convicted on 3 felony charges in December 2022. The jury found him guilty of assault with a semi-automatic handgun, carrying a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence, okay? Law and Order with Black Adam, people. Lanez was sentenced to 10 years in prison in August 2023. Lanez has maintained his innocence in the shooting, with his legal team alleging Megan Thee Stallion's then best friend Kelsey Nicole Harris was the shooter. Lanez has sought appeal after appeal and is now seeking a pardon from California Governor Gavin Newsom. Let us know what you think in the comment section, people. Let's get it. Hold up.
Tonight, rapper Tory Lanez breaking his silence in his first ever broadcast interview from behind bars.
And if y'all like this kind of stuff, man, y'all know what it is. Follow the boy for more. We discuss the music industry, hip hop news, entertainment news, things of that nature, all the drama, and we try to peel back that layer when it comes to the music industry. Let's get it.
Since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
Now, shout out to Tory. Like I said, I'm going to do my breakdown. I know y'all want to watch, but I got to say, man, it's free Tory till it's backwards. Shout out to the umbrellas everywhere, okay? Shout out to the umbrellas. We keep umbrellas for the days it gets stormy. Here we go.
Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence after being found guilty on 3 felony counts, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
There is definitely a very big misconception about me that seems to the public as I'm this monster. And I feel like I was catapulted into this poster child for the unprotection of Black women, and it's just so unlike me. And I've never really had a chance to express that. But you can look at my criminal record. I don't have one. I never had one. And I feel like, you know, that connotation that I would do anything of this monstrous proportion is just, it's completely incorrect and it's wrong.
Lane.
And like I said, we got to use this as a learning example. You know, ladies and gentlemen, pull up to the front of the club, please form a circle. Bruh, I know, and I told you guys this, I continue to say this on my stream, you know, we're watching the fall of the rap industry in real time, people. Watching the idea of being a gangster rapper, this whole idea, this facade that has been sold to us, we're watching it slowly go and dig into its own grave, right? So pay attention. Guys, gentlemen, ladies too, if you are in a position where you got to take the stand against somebody, my advice to you is to take the stand and speak your truth, regardless of how other people feel. And the reason why you need to speak your truth is so you don't end up in this situation. Now, at the end of the day, the reason why everybody's pointing a finger at Tory, whether or not he's, you know, the person that was the shooter or whatever the case may have you, because, you know, people will say he was the shooter because he got convicted for being a shooter. But at the same time, there's a bunch of people who are convicted right now in prison that didn't do it, right? And that's where I always stand, where we need to all understand that justice is not black and white. Justice is gray. But in this situation, everybody's pointing a finger at Tory because he didn't take the stand. And the reason why Tory didn't take the stand is because he was trying to be hard. And like I said, life is a domino effect, people. So please trust and understand, this ninja got stabbed 17 times in the penitentiary. Okay? 17, people. 17. Imagine the kind of trust issues you'll develop. Like I said, if you're in a position like this, bro, I don't care who it is, bro. You gotta take the stand, bro. You gotta take the stand. Here we go.
Declined to testify during his 2022 trial. Do you regret not taking the stand?
I think if I would have taken the stand, the verdict would have definitely been very different.
The rapper's legal team filed an appeal, which was denied in November. But his team is continuing to fight, with plans to file multiple appeals next week, this time with the California Supreme Court, in one claiming newly discovered evidence that they weren't provided during Lanez's 2022 trial, including hundreds of pages of medical records for Megan Thee Stallion.
Like I said, gentlemen, you should have just came out. If you get into a situation like this with your significant other, I'm here to let you know, bro, okay? If you ain't do it, Ninja say you ain't do it. It's all good. She ain't gonna go to jail if you say, I was not the one who did it. Sorry to whoever did it, but it wasn't me. That's all he had to say. That wasn't snitching. That wasn't telling. Whatever you guys want to call it, you know, you gang banging ninjas and goons and all this stuff out here in the hood. Yeah, bro. Speak up, because if you don't speak up, they'll tell you to shut up. So now everybody in the comments, this is what the comments say. Listen to this. Okay, so comments say, if y'all don't stop posting this, man, he literally called Kelsey and said, tell Meg I'm sorry. If y'all don't stop posting him, that's why you should have took the stand to have all this voice after the fact. I'm very upset with this. I still don't believe you, Charter, but doing all this after the conviction, it doesn't make sense. And the only reason why somebody would do this after a conviction is because there's more to the story. I'm of the opinion they're all lying because they don't want to get each other in trouble when they should have just told the truth. But the reason why you can't tell the truth to the police, shout out to the feds, right? The reason why you can't tell the truth to the police is because the police are not your friends. The police are here to do their job. Gavin Newsom literally just used Megan's song in his response. He's talking like this is a TED talk. Ninja, you wanted to be a street ninja and not say what happened. Well, this what happened. Now you got to do the time. Yeah, and like I said, all you street gang banging dudes, hey, bro, good luck to you. Shout out to the squares, Ninja. Shout out to the squares. Oh God, is this such a good day to where I can make music and not act like I'm a thug and still be hanging with them ninjas. And like I said, when push come to shove, hey man, I could put my hands up and say, I ain't do it and my hands is clean, leave me alone or else I sue. Here we go.
His real name is Megan Pete, which they allege raised questions about the fragments removed from her foot after surgery. His team argues that the fragments were not provided ahead of trial and that this was a violation of due process.
And we didn't have that chance. Or perhaps we could have questioned the doctors differently when they were on stand to impeach them, because it does look suspicious.
But in the appeal denied in November, the court did address the fragments, ruling that the surgeon's testimony was, quote, more than sufficient to prove great bodily injury on Pete. Proving something like this on appeal is tough.
This is a really, really difficult appellate argument for defendants to prove because they have to show if the evidence actually came into court, the jury would have found differently. It's an uphill battle, and it's something that often torpedoes any defense appellate argument.
The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office and representatives for Megan Thee Stallion have not responded to NBC News' request for comment.
I believe not only that I was wrongfully convicted, but the amount of new evidence that has emerged since that trial, I think, has been overwhelming.
What is
And shout out to this comment right here. This comment says, do you regret not taking a stand? That's a yes or no question. Don't beat around the bush. You either did it or you were protecting someone who's free as a bird while you are in jail. And I'm going to tell you guys the problem, right? This the problem. The problem is all the dudes that was running the rap game don't want to let go of the idea of being street ninjas. And I hate to use 6ix9ine as an example, right? I hate to use 6ix9ine as an example, but I'll use 6ix9ine as an example, even though it may discredit me, bruh. Shout out to 21 Savage. I fuck with 21 Savage. Y'all seen 21 Savage came out and literally told Young Thug and Gunna to squash they beef because they knew Gunna was not a street ninja and this ninja ratted before and they swept it under the rug. But y'all want me to take y'all serious, bruh. But because if I speak about this out loud, because of my skin tone, because you know if I was white, y'all niggas would be quiet. Shout out to my white brothers and sisters. Because of my skin tone, if I speak out about it, y'all gonna want to do me in, okay? Hit the Mario death noise. Y'all gonna want to do me in because I'm speaking facts, bro. So like I said, y'all don't want to let go of this street ninja image. You know you tough and you're a gangbanger and you're a gangster. Like I said, nobody respects shooting a woman, bro. But you either did it or you were protecting someone who's free as a bird while you're in jail. And the question is, why would you protect someone? Because at the end of the day, if you don't protect this person, you're more than likely going to end up implicating somebody else. That person allegedly, because we're on the internet and people like to sue about this shit, that person is allegedly being, what's this girl name? Kelsey Nicole, whatever her name is, right? Kelsey. And the reason why you won't do it is because everybody's going to say you told. And that's why you let your lawyer speak for you. But in this case, you should have been spoke up. Here we go.
Life been like in prison for the last couple of years?
Truthfully, I've done my best to keep my head above water, but mentally, I've gone through trauma that I sometimes even struggle with because I've never imagined myself dealing with things that I would have to deal with. I've been stabbed 17 times. Almost lost my life.
If you could say something to Megan Thee Stallion today, what would it be?
I think that I wouldn't say something directly to her. I'd like that moment to happen in person.
Yeah, that means I can't say nothing to this lady or I can't say how I really feel, because if I do, hey, don't beat me up. But that's what that means, because if I do, it's going to be curtains, okay? It's going to be curtains, so hit the buzzer. That's why you ain't going to say nothing. Here we go.
We've both gone through a lot. There's this connotation that, like, I share this hatred for her, but I don't. I genuinely passed that. I'm at a place of healing in my life. I'm at a place of taking accountability for the things that I did wrong. And when I talk about my case, I don't want it to be taken as me coming at her, because it's not that. I'm just asking for somebody in the system to look at my case and look at the evidence and ask if this was fair.
It wasn't fair. And for those of you who don't know, if you actually read the case, I read the case. I read the documents way back when I was at my job. I just over broke, right? I read the documents and yeah, he was railroaded, but at the same time, he put himself in a position to be railroaded, because I'm pretty sure I know his record's clean in terms of domestic violence, but I think he had some priors, which is what caused this whole thing to become, okay, let's make Tory Lanez an example. On top of that, if you read the court documents specifically, they aim at the fact of, I believe it was the fact that he has tattoos. They try to use the fact that he has tattoos against him, and that these tattoos were meaning that he's part of a gang or he's in gang culture. And that's where he was like, hey, I have no actual record. Like, you guys are using the fact that I have tattoos when I'm promoting an image. And that's the thing. The image that we're promoting, yeah, You know, I get it. We like to sound hard. That's just the way rap goes. But we have to remember to remind people, especially in the case of the law, legal. We got to remind the law that, hey, this is just for the music. Like, it's real, but it's not real. Like, yeah, I would do that maybe. At the same time, I'm rapping about it because I'm promoting an image and the image sells. Let's continue. Hold on.
And with that, Chloe Malas joins us now on set. So, Chloe, Tory Lanez is also seeking a pardon from Governor Gavin Newsom?
That's right. His legal team has filed the necessary paperwork, and it is before the governor now. So they're seeking either a pardon where his criminal record will be wiped clean, he would be released from prison, or to have his sentence commuted, meaning that the time he has served is sufficient, and release him, but that doesn't change his criminal record. As for when this could happen, the governor typically does these twice a year, so this could happen before the new year.
All right.
Hey, man, free Tory, Ninja. Come on. Free Tory. I'm of the opinion, regardless of what happened, I'm pretty sure he learned his lesson. I know y'all like to see people burn and rot in prison, but 10 years, I mean, I get it if he was allegedly guilty, but we just need this dude to come out and say whether or not he did it. Let me see if we have more. Hold up. 1 second, bear with me, people, and let us know what you think in the comment section. Shout out to Susan. Susan said Tory Lanez has to get some better lawyers to fight for his freedom. Facts. Yeah, it's a sad situation, bro. And I mean, he has good lawyers, but y'all gotta realize it's not about the lawyers. Like, the way the law shit works, that's why I tell you, if you look like me, man, if you have a darker complexion, shout out to my male counterparts and female counterparts of a lighter and darker complexion. Hey, man, stay away from the court, bro. When it comes to the court, bro, there's so many other factors in play that you don't know about. So there's different type of judges. There's different type of lawyers. There are judges that know the lawyers. There are judges that don't know the lawyers. So if a judge knows a lawyer, that judge is already biased. They'll never say it though. But all they're going to do is, hey, let me talk to you in the back. What do they call it? I don't know what they call it, but basically they'll do a pause in the court. Let me talk to you in the back. Hey, man, cut me this favor. Why can't you cut me this favor? And the judge going to say, okay, I'm gonna cut you this favor, or, oh no, based off of this law, if I let this person go, what kind of statement does this say to the collective populace? And that's the problem. So the reason why they didn't let Tory Lanez go is because what does this say to the collective populace? This says a man can get away with allegedly shooting a gun at a woman, and they are not allowing that. Shout out to the feminists. I could take the credit for that. Yeah, man, a man is not going to be able to shoot a woman in 2026 and walk away from that bullshit, okay? No matter what. Here we go.
Chloe Malas for us. Chloe, thank you.
All right, so let me see. We're going to go real quick to TikTok. Let me see if they got some more. We would go to NBC. Maybe we should go to NBC. We'll try TikTok. If we won't see nothing on TikTok, we'll go to NBC. But yeah, man, let us know what you think, man. It's crazy, bro. Hold on.
Gucci was $40.
Oh, my God. Here we go. Tory Lanez on camera interview NBC. Has it popped off yet? I don't think it's popped off yet. It's starting to pop off. Here we go.
We're back now with an exclusive interview with rapper Tory Lanez, currently serving a 10-year prison sentence after he was found guilty in the 2020 shooting of Megan Stallion. Tonight, Lanez's lawyers say there was evidence not presented in the initial trial as they argue for his release. Here's NBC News entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas.
Tonight, rapper Tory Lanez breaking his silence in his first ever broadcast interview from behind bars since being found guilty of shooting Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion in the foot outside a party in 2020.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
Lanez, whose real name is...
Okay, so they cut it up and all that. Let me see.
I've never been violent towards a woman. I would never hit a woman, let alone shoot a woman.
Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, spoke to NBC News from California Men's Colony, a prison where he's 3 years into a 10-year sentence after being found guilty on 3 felony counts, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
There is definitely a very big misconception about me that seems to the public as I'm this monster. And I feel like I was catapulted into this poster child for the unprotection of Black women, and it's just so unlike me. And I've never really had a chance to express that, but you can look at my criminal record. I don't have one.
And like I said, shout out, they call them the queens. Shout out to the Black queens. You know what I'm talking about? Hey. Yeah, bro, in all seriousness, bro, gentlemen, I'm of the opinion, it don't matter what color the skin. If a woman will bring you to the point where you want to pop the glizzy, the Glockiana. All right, the Glockiana. Yeah, bro. Me personally, I don't want to deal with you. You have too much power over me. I'm of the opinion if a person can bring me to want to, harm them, I stay away from them types of people. I don't care what color skin they are. But here we go.
Never had one, and I feel like, that connotation that I would do anything of this monstrous proportion is just it's completely incorrect.
You should have came out. You should have came.
Testify during his 2022 trial.
Gentlemen, like I said, a smart man learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Yeah, say, homie, you should have sung like a canary, bro. And it's not telling. You should have told your lawyer this what happened. I have a sworn statement. They say talking to your lawyer is not telling, right? That's what they say, right? So you should have told your lawyer, this is a sworn statement that I wasn't the person that did it, and I told you, because if your lawyer tell the court that you told your lawyer, I'm pretty sure that's not snitching. But then again, you never know with these gangbangers. Here we go.
Regret not taking the stand?
I think if I would have taken the stand, the verdict would have definitely been very different.
The rapper's legal team filed an appeal, which was denied in November. But his team is continuing to fight, with plans to file multiple appeals next week, this time with the California Supreme Court, in one claiming newly discovered evidence that they weren't provided during Lanez's 2022 trial, including hundreds of pages of medical records for Megan Thee Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete.
And Megan just having a good time chilling with Klay Thompson. You feel me? She having a great time living life, and you just in there with a bunch of men. Goddamn. Yeah, gentlemen, like I said, if y'all want to be gangbangers, you must like a bunch of men, okay? Hold up. Hey, shout out to the LGBTQIA+. Shout out to they, them. Shout out to they, them, and Zimzer. I don't mean for y'all to catch wreck, bro. I'm not saying it like in a hateful way. I'm saying like, bro, if you want to be a gangbanging ninja and do stuff that will potentially put you in a penitentiary with the same sex, I assume that you play for the same team. Now, all these gangbangers are going to hear me and want to kill me. Relax, guys. We do dark humor on the show, okay? Relax. Here we go.
The alleged raised questions about the fragments removed from her foot after surgery. His team argues that the fragments were not provided ahead of trial and that this was a violation of due process.
And we didn't have that chance. Or perhaps we could have questioned the doctors differently when they were on stand to impeach them, because it does look suspicious.
But in the appeal denied in November, the court did address the fragments, ruling that the surgeon's testimony was, quote, more than sufficient to prove great bodily injury on Pete. Proving something like this on appeal is tough.
This is a really, really difficult appellate argument for defendants to prove, because they have to show if the evidence actually came into court, the jury would have found differently.
All right, so look, let me take y'all back real quick. Way back in my J. Cole voice. All right, so they said, word on the net, right? You know, we do conspiracy sometimes. So they say, like, when this happened, right, this was the reason they had that this happened. And like I said, if you are an artist, you know about this. I'm a musical artist. Shout out to all the independent artists. Oh, shit.
Am I your baby?
My bad. That's one of my sound effects. But yeah, all right, so this what was happening around the time Tory Lanez got caught up. So Tory Lanez, what's the shit called? NFT. Watch this, people. Listen to this.
It's gone. So it's gone. It's about me. It's about me. It's about me. It's about me. I'm a hustler. Million copies. I just went fucking platinum. I just sold the equivalent units. Y'all don't understand it. I just sold the equivalent units at $1. Sold 1 million copies flat. That's platinum, and I sold 1 million copies, and I made $1 million in less than a fucking minute, my nigga.
All right, so for those of you who don't remember, NFTs was popping off when Tory Lanez got caught up. They said 3 years. That was 2021 when shit started popping off. So Tory was the first artist to start selling his music as NFTs, which you can still do and give people ownership. And he started talking about it. Now, I'm not saying this will happen. They said on the net, they being the powers that be, the gatekeepers, if you will, allegedly. Well, let me let Tory speak for himself. Here we go.
$1 for the NFTs, right? I sold these shits to my fans for $1. People came, some people bought 20, some people bought
$5. Some people bought $60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand.
I also want y'all to understand too, this the point where I think the music industry start going down. And when I say the music industry, I'm always referring to the hip hop rap music industry, because you know there's the pop and shit and the rock. But right here, when the shit started getting messed up, was right around this time. I believe this was 2021, when artists start trying to figure out a way to we're gonna say finesse the system that was put in place. Here we go. Listen, people.
Those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting. Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that.
Now listen, bruh. What are the odds, bro? That a little bit after, what are the odds? Even then, if I go deeper, I don't want to go deeper because I'm going to implicate people who I may or may not potentially work with in the future. But I'm sure if you go deeper, when he says F these people, F that person, I mean, just go look at Tory Lanez management before he became independent. Here we go.
Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid and your fans gonna get paid and they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together. This the digital trap house. Welcome, niggas. You're fucking welcome.
Yep.
We here. We here.
Yep.
You understand why I'm going so crazy? I can't.
Now let me go deeper. Like I said, do y'all peep that nobody talk about NFTs no more after this happened? Nobody. What happened to the bathing apes and all that kind of stuff? Did y'all forget about the metaverse? The metaverse is still here. Do y'all notice that nobody talks about NFTs no more? Shout out to Susan. Susan saying this is what got Tory Lanez 10 years in prison. I'm not saying this is what got him 10 years in prison, but I do think it's rather odd. Like, for example, and I've been paying attention to this shit. And like I said, not that first off, I'm perfectly coherent. Okay. No, I'm perfectly coherent, but I do say it's rather odd that when an artist go independent, they try to take them down. So my next example, and I've been, what's the correct terminology? I've been analyzing this. My next example is your boy Drizzy. So y'all think about Drake. What happened with Drake? Drake got his valuation of his catalog, and then what happened? Drake got into it with Kendrick Lamar. Next thing you know, Drake's a PDF. What are the odds? What are the odds, people? Do y'all know why that happened? Do y'all know why that happened? If y'all actually look at the, I'm not going to say, we'll just say the fine print. But what's interesting is every time an artist is about to go independent, if they don't want to sign back, because you know these artists have to sign to keep getting that budgets and stuff. If they don't want to sign and they want to go independent, it's interesting how the industry kind of casts them out. But then some bullshit happened around them. Like I said, if we go way back in time, they said the same thing happened to Michael Jackson, the same thing happened to Prince, the same thing happened to all these other artists. So what's actually going on here? And that's the conspiracy theory. Now, I'm not going to say whether or not he did, you know, bust the gat at Megan Thee Stallion. Shout out to Megan, man. What up, H-Town? We in the building, baby. What's up? We in the building, baby. But what are the odds? And my thing is, like me, I'm the type of person, I feel like coincidences don't happen. Like coincidences like that don't happen. So wait, before I continue this video, I'll continue the video, then we're gonna go to Google. I'm gonna show y'all something. Hold up.
I believe I did this shit my fucking self. This may not make sense to niggas like y'all. Some of y'all niggas, it hasn't registered yet. It hasn't got there yet.
Like I said, remember, this is, guys, to put it in perspective so you can really understand what I'm saying. This happened in, I believe, 2021. This is when this happened, because this is the video right here to the right. So this happened in 2021. This is 4 years ago, people. Put it in perspective. This is 4 years ago. They're saying Tory Lanez served 3 years in the penitentiary so far. What are the odds? Guys, I feel like I'm cracking the biggest code right now. I know it might come off a little weird to y'all, but like I said, let them speak, and then I'm gonna show you guys something. Because I said to reinforce my statements or my examples, I'm gonna show y'all what happened with Michael Jackson and Prince. Watch this.
$1 for the NFTs, right? I sold these shits to my fans for $1. People came, some people bought 20, some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand, one of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting.
So look, Bandcamp does an example of this. Shout out to Bandcamp. Bandcamp does a thing where they do like, you know, you can do the same thing. Your fans will pay whatever you want for the album so that way they can support you directly. But the problem is, like I said, it's ownership and control. So Bandcamp owns their platform, even with the NFTs. To make an NFT, I know this because I want to make my own in the future for my music. It's like $44 because, you know, you got to mint it and all this kind of bullshit. But like I said, when you put 2 and 2 together, somebody still owns it. When you make the NFT, you own the digital copy to the NFT. You actually own your music. Mine is the copyrights and all that other bullshit that people gonna bring up in the equation. I'm saying, like, if you start selling it and you sell a piece of it, you and that person now own it because you can't copy the link. The link is only created for you. You can sell when it's a copy. Let's continue.
Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that. Nigga, it's over.
And even that, just so y'all know, do y'all know why they have to wait for certain days? Y'all do know, like, this shit all related. So they have to wait for certain days to drop because this person is dropping or that person's dropping and everybody drop on a Friday. Nobody pay attention to this stuff. But all right, let me just go real quick. Watch this, guys. Let's go to Google real quick. Let me learn you something. Can I learn you something today? Let me learn you something. All right, watch this, guys. Here we go. Interact. Hold up. Who was Tory Lanez signed to? Tory Lanez was famously signed to Interscope Records through Benny Blanco's Mad Love, blah, blah, blah. Mad Love imprint, fulfilling his major label contract with the New Toronto 3 in 2020, after which he became a free agent. So 2020, he became a free agent. 2021, I told y'all this came out. Then boom. By the way, real quick, choosing to operate independently and handle his own business, including his own label, One Umbrella, owning his masters and publishing. He now operates independently and uses his own imprint, One Umbrella Records. Blah, blah, blah. So like I said, Tory Lanez got out of his contract in 2020. In 2021, he did the NFT thing. Boom, 2022, he's caught up. Watch this. What happened with Prince music? Let me see, blah, blah, blah. So why did Prince fall off? New acts came along, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. The Prince estate battle explained, blah, blah, blah. Music icon Prince died 9 years ago, blah, blah, blah. Why did Prince fall off? Blah, blah, blah. Hold on. Prince independent. What happened when Prince went independent? Let me see if I can find it. All right, we'll use this right here. What was the dispute with Prince's contract? To Prince's mind, his birth name was more of the intellectual property of the Warner Brothers than his own identity. Because the label owned all the music created by Prince, he believed changing his name to an unpronounceable glyph would somehow void or at least highlight his protest over the 1992 contract. Let me see. Was Prince an independent artist? Despite his lack in resource, this was proof enough to Prince he could make success commercially as an independent artist. MPG Records certainly empowered Prince to produce music at the rate he desired, but distribution remains his greatest challenge. So how Prince went independent and made 10 million from one album. This is another story, like I said back in the past, but the same example. Not entirely the same, but basically when an artist go independent, something happens and then the industry turns on them. Why? I don't know. Let's see if it loads. It might not even load. Is it gonna load? Oh, this is LinkedIn. I don't even think it's gonna load. It's not gonna load. Hold on, let me see. Can y'all hear that? I wonder if y'all could even hear this. I don't even know if y'all can hear this. Hold up. We're gonna find out right now. Properties. Yeah, I guess y'all can hear it. All right, let me skip through. Bear with me, guys. Let me skip through. I just want him to talk for a little bit.
Was still tied to the contract with Time Warner. Once I got out of the contract, I started to reevaluate my trip, and I realized that, you know, these are like my children. And,
shoot, my bad.
In this upcoming year, 1999, we're going to make a valiant effort to regain ownership of the master recordings. They are a representation of me, and they will be all that will be left upon my departing of this.
Oh, my bad, y'all. Goddamn. Like I said, Prince, what happened with Michael Jackson? Something happened with Michael Jackson. Boom. Now here we are, Tory Lanez. Like I said, the last person, it was Drake. Who's next? Who's next? I would include Diddy in this conversation, but that would refute my argument. Past that, I don't want to bore y'all to death. Hold on. Let me put Google away. Hold up. Last thing I'm going to show y'all, the Megan Thee Stallion thing that I showed y'all before, which makes no sense too.
I mean this. I
don't want to bore y'all. Hold on. Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, police footage. You know, I got a short attention span myself. And my attention span is still better than everybody else's. So imagine what that means with y'all. All right, so look, this the body cam footage. So body cam footage shows Megan Thee Stallion pleading with the police the night of the Tory Lanez incident. Ma'am, do you think we gonna go to jail? I can't go to jail. That'll ruin my image. Glass, I ain't get shot, no sir. Here we go.
What's that? Do you think we can go to jail? I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, you know, then I don't think...
I really cannot go to jail.
Okay.
I cannot have that on my image.
Okay. So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Where we were coming from.
It's like I said, bro. I mean, a blind person to tell you this, but I'm saying if you got shot, listen to me, people. As far as I know, I could be wrong. If you got shot at point blank range, how fast do bullets travel? If you got shot at point blank range, you mean to tell me you got shot at point blank range, the bullet hit you, and there wasn't a hole in your foot or your hood? I mean, your foot did not like split into pieces, bruh? Come on now. Come on. I don't think that's possible. I mean, a foot, guys, it's like getting shot through your hand. You mean the bullet didn't go through? It didn't open up your body? Like, and they compared it to glass pieces, so you got sliced and diced like glass? Come on, man. That don't make no sense, bro. Here we go.
I'm not from here, so
Okay.
All right, let me show y'all some more. Hold up. Let me see. Megan Thee Stallion really lied on that man just for an image.
I have that on my image.
Okay.
You got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it?
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir. So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Now remember, guys, you guys are the same. Hey, everybody pull up to the front of the club. You are the same people that said, you know, is Tory not trying to protect her? She not trying to protect Tory. So is she trying to protect her shooter? Is he trying to protect her? This is where I'm saying where something happened, and I think they just don't want to implicate each other. And at the same time, Kelsey, whatever her name is, we're going to call her KK. Bruh, she got immunity. Why would you get immunity if nothing happened? Shit crazy. Thank God I'm not in this position. Here we go. So this supposedly is the body cam footage. Like I said, everything you guys see here on this show is allegedly and for entertainment purposes and social media commentary only. Let's get it. Yup.
It's a Bryce, baby.
Oh,
So
God.
check in.
Oh, God.
Shit keeps getting.
What the
Why they do that? Hold up. Come on, let me see. Come on. We ain't doing all that. Oh my God, bro. I hate when they do that, bro. Ain't nobody trying to see you, dog. Ain't nobody trying to see you, big dog. Damn. Here we go.
Do you want to talk about what happened tonight? Your girl to safety?
address that the incident occurred? The shooting happened?
Nah, I don't know the address, bro. I was just trying to help my girlfriend. One second, bro.
Stay right here for me, bro.
Let go.
Hey, we got an ambulance coming for her, okay? Hey, bro, step up right here. We got an ambulance coming for her, all right?
Just a quick question.
It's gonna be good.
Do you have any injuries on you? No, I don't.
You need an RN?
I can come for your friend now, okay?
Do you want to talk?
Okay, so these are all coming out now. Last thing I'll show y'all. Let me see. Tory Lanez lawyers. Hold up. Tory Lanez lawyers statement. And like I said, man, what do y'all think, bro? What do y'all think? I don't know. Here we go. We showed y'all this because we've been covering this story. Look up Tory Lanez on my page. But before I show y'all this, let me see this one. So in this video, allegedly, Megan is saying that I had another cut on my right foot. I just stepped on glass the other day. Like I said, all I can say is if you get shot with a bullet at point blank range, even if the bullet was a stray bullet, you mean to tell me it didn't open up? Like, you would be gushing, bro, screaming, I got shot, bro. Nobody's that strong, guys. I don't know who you think you are. You're not Superman. Okay? Where are we getting this from? How is this even a question? Here we go. So she said, I had another cut on my right foot. I just stepped on glass the other day. This is when everything happened, people. Look at this. And shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. You know, I don't want you to sue me. I'm just saying, we're just being detectives, okay? Law and Order with Black Adam, people. We just try and make it make sense, okay? That's it. That's all. So she said, you were already hurt when you got into the situation. Oh no. Oh no, hold up. Here we go. So this what Tory Lanez lawyer said. It's crazy because he looked different now. I guess because he ain't smoking no more, but here we go.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed...
Now let's stop there. Her husband and others, that's what always confused me. So Kelsey, who supposedly he was engaging in fornication with, was married to another man. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? She was married to another man. So if I don't know, who is this Kelsey? Here we go.
Long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Miss Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others.
So her husband and others, first off, I'm so confused on so many levels because wasn't the whole thing about supposedly, I guess it was something with Kylie, right? I don't know. Here we go.
Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do.
All right, so let's stop right there. So this footage came out, and like I said, we discussed this before. This footage came out specifically when Tory Lanez got stabbed 17 times by the dude up in the pen, the essay. Here we go.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times. Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times.
So she had the gun, based off what his lawyer said. She fired it, and then he tried to stop her from firing it. My whole thing is, the thing that doesn't make sense is, if this was about him trying to deal with Kylie Jenner or whatever, because that's what they say, why was Kelsey firing the gun? That's the real question. Secondly, so if she fired the gun, like I said, and then he tried to stop her, did he actually shoot at her, or did he try to stop her from getting shot? What were they arguing about? Secondly, she got a whole man out here in these streets. Goddamn. Here we go.
In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side.
Like I said, and because this ninja did not take the stand, everybody's pointing a finger at him. So that's why I tell you, gentlemen and ladies too, y'all can suck up this game. Hey man, say man, if you ain't do it, bro, don't be scared to say you ain't do it. Speak up, okay? Speak up. Just say you ain't do it. Say it wasn't me. It wasn't me. If you don't know who it is, I'm gonna just let you know right now. Just because I don't know who it is doesn't mean it's not me, okay? Because what it means is it's not me. That made no sense, but you know what I mean. It wasn't me.
Passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case.
Hey, real quick. Shout out to Susan. See, Susan said exactly what I'm saying. She said, this is what people waking up to. The lies. Google people who was shot in their foot. Tommy Lee from Baddies, she was shot in her foot by her boyfriend. Her foot was wide open. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Bars. It's like, bro, what are the odds that you would get shot point blank range in your foot and your foot is not destroyed? Your foot is not shattered. No bones broke. They just pulled out bullet fragments. No bones. And then you say you stepped on glass, bro. That makes no sense. Your foot should be gushing. I mean, you just got shot. Everybody that I've seen get shot. That's a whole nother conversation for later. But everybody that I've seen get shot, bro, they start gushing. Why wasn't you gushing? Why weren't you scared to pass out from losing too much blood? How does the police, not even the police, how does the criminal justice system allow this to even happen? That's crazy.
For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson.
You see? So
Even
look,
though unknown DNA was found on the gun.
So look, they said there were 3 suspects, but they only took Mr. Peterson. Mr. Peterson, by the way, is Tory Lanez. So that just goes to show you when you'll be targeted. And the reason why they did that is the same reason why if I was in a car, I know this is not gonna make sense, but if I was in a car with a bunch of white women and a gun went off, do y'all see where I'm going? And I love the white women. Shout out to the white ladies out here in these streets. I know what it is, gang. But the same reason why if I was in a car with a bunch of women and they said a gun went off, everybody will point the finger at me and I'll be sitting here like this.
But what the hell?
Like, I ain't do it because I ain't finna bust a gun while I'm around a bunch of women. But we gonna pull up Tommy Lee's foot in a sec. Hold up.
Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken?
Word.
Or
the bodyguard
was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense?
So these are the inconsistencies that would make them move forward for a mistrial. So yeah, shout out to his lawyers, man. Shout out to his lawyers. Like I said, let's go to TikTok real quick. Not TikTok, we're gonna go to Google real quick. Let me see. What's the shit called? Tommy Lee foot shot. So look, you see this right here? Do y'all see that hole? Oh, yeah. Do y'all see this hole, bro? You see what I mean? If you get shot, they said she injured her leg and it was almost amputated, as in cut off. What the hell? Almost cut off. Oh my God, no way. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I could. Let me go to Google real quick again. I want to see if I can pull up a foot shot. What does a foot shot look like? Hold on. Properties. Google.com. Let me see. Let me deduce. Foot shot. Pick. Images. I can't even show y'all. That's how dangerous it is. Hey, I can't even show y'all, bro. That's how bad it is. Shout out to YouTube. I can't even show y'all. I'm not even gonna turn the safe search off before it starts showing y'all corn or something, bro. Yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. Let me see. Megan Thee Stallion foot. My thing is no pictures of the foot released. Okay, so this the foot. This the foot right here. Now y'all know what I'm finna ask, bro. Y'all know what I'm finna ask. So look, this her foot. This the foot injury she sustained during the shooting, but they didn't say this her getting shot in her foot. My thing is, bro, where's the bullet wound, bro? Where's the bullet entry wound, exit wound? Where's the bullet fragments that they said came out? Like where? Now I see the stitches, guys, don't get me wrong, but imagine a piece of glass from a bottle breaks and you step on a piece of glass. Ninja, I could get cut by a piece of paper right now. What are y'all talking about? There's no hate to Megan though. It's no hate to Megan. Damn, we would have to log in. Damn, I can't even log in. Damn. But yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you think, man? What do you think? All I can say is free my Ninja Tory. Shout out to Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, I will be writing you a letter to pardon Mr. Tory Lanez. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. President Donald Trump, code 47. Code 47. Code 47. Code 47. You gave us some people back. Give us back Tory Lanez. We need the music. Anyways, man, that's it for today's show. Like I said, man, my bad on the live. Y'all check out my live. Like I said, it look a little rough right now. I gotta find a new program because of this iPhone. I'm here thinking that I did my big one, and this iPhone is not compatible with my original camera, which is fucked up. Excuse my French. Anyways, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Shout out to you if you tuned in. Shout out to the late night people that's up late night. Okay, we in here, baby. Past that, shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the core, you are the resistance. We back in here tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna do a show tomorrow. I'm kind of tired. I might get back on the gaming streams. I know everybody's spending time with their families and all this kind of stuff. I'm trying to keep y'all updated on the industry and what's going on. We'll see what happens. Past that, it's your boy BA. I'm back in here tomorrow.